Moving on now to The Punch. On his ex-wife, others face probe as 32 children fell dead killed. AGF to meet Senate panel on tax reform bills today. PSC promotes over 8,000 police officers. Cash scarcity, OPS, that's organized private sector, falls CBN's limit on POS withdrawals. Saraki, Plateau Governor, North Central bigwigs demand PDP chairman slot. Gridlock grounds Lagos-Ibadan Expressway as driver dies in crash. And 18 Edo local government chairman falls suspension. Okwebulu orders probe. Okay, story.
I have a human interest story here. So motorists on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway were on Wednesday confronted with a gridlock after a yet-to-be-identified truck driver lost his life in an accident involving a 40-feet container truck on the Kara Bridge of the road. So the permanent secretary of the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, Damilola Oke-Osanyitolu, was the one who confirmed the incident in a statement yesterday. And according to him, he said the incident completely obstructed the vehicular movement along that axis. And they said they had received a distress call that an accident had happened. By the time they got there, they found that a truck that had several rolls of coil and steel, 40-feet container, was found without the head. So I think while the accident happened, the head was dismantled. And it said he was involved in a road accident. Probably the driver had lost control while he was trying to avoid another truck, and then that happened. The driver was already dead before they got there, so he was rushed.
Serious gridlock yesterday.
Yes,
shut down. Everything we here was locked down.
And they were trying as much as possible with all the other agencies to evacuate and clear the route so that motorists could pass. It's just a painful one.
Okay. I have a short one, politics. So this is PDP now and the North Central zone. So the Plateau State Governor and then former Senate Presidents David Mark and Bukola Saraki, alongside other PDP leaders from the North Central, have called on the return of the party's national chairmanship to their zone to complete its tenure. They said they made this appeal during their stakeholders meeting. So, as we know, PDP has faced internal divisions that have been exacerbated before and after the 2023 general elections. The party acting chairperson, Umar Damagum, had been criticized for not addressing the lingering crisis, which has further weakened the PDP's influence. They said since he assumed the position after, we remember the former chairman, Yocha, was ousted by the court for failing to enact necessary reforms. So the stakeholders of the party have reviewed the state of the party with particular reference to the vacant position of the national chairman of the party. Anyway, they're just saying, send our chairmanship back to the North Central. Let us complete our tenure. Politics.
Okay, so some people at least are celebrating Christmas this year. The Police Service Commission on Wednesday approved the promotion of 8,053 senior police officers. I'll do this one though. On Monday, 11 commissioners of police were promoted to the next rank of AIGs and 16 DCPs were promoted to substantive CPs. Also on Tuesday, 21 ACPs were promoted to DCPs, while 57 CSPs were elevated to the next rank of assistant commissioners. In a statement on Wednesday, the commission spokesperson Ikeja also added that 876 DSPs were promoted to the rank of superintendents and 5,829 ASPs to DSPs. This is good news. So congratulations to the police.
So the police force.
Yes. And I get this Christmas.
Daily Sun. 2025 budget, military police get jumbo allocations of 4.1 trillion naira. So I guess that's why their salary was necessary. Tears flow as over 20 children fell dead in the Ibadan Carnival. Tension in civil service as presidency stays action on AGF's appointment. FG begins recovery of idle oil fields to boost production. Kano's government to decertify all COFOs by January 31st, 2025. Suspended Edo local government chairman Dare Okwebulu vowed to remain in office till tenure expiration. And National Assembly extends 2024 budget span to June 30th, 2025. Which story are we taking this time?
I'm taking this story from Kano State, where the headline sounded like something that would make people go up in arms until you read the story. It says, all existing certificates of occupancy issued by successive Kano State government would cease to be valid documents by January 31st, 2025. The Commissioner for Land and Physical Planning disclosed this during what they call World Land Day. He said that the governor had issued the recertification directive. Why didn't you just put that in the headline? At the occasion of recommissioning of Kano State Independent Electoral Commission, KINESEC. So they're asking residents to take advantage of the window and register or renew their landed property with his ministry before the expiration date. They have what they are describing as the state-of-the-art infrastructure for the exercise, which have been provided at the Kano Geographic Information System. So it's not just, it's a recertification. You have to go and register or renew or register afresh. That's what it's about.
Okay, so in a move that has left many in the petroleum industry stunned, the federal government has announced plans to recover ideal oil blocks to accelerate production growth. Commission Chief Executive, Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NUPRC, Mr. Boyenga Kumulafe, disclosed this at the 2024 licensing round commercial bid conference, which held in Lagos yesterday. The federal government has struggled for years with low oil production, falling short of achieving the target of 2 million barrels per day. So this is a good one because they are trying to award oil blocks, which has accumulated in non-development over 90% of marginal fields, thus denying the federal government of reaping the intended benefits because such awards were not based on technical and financial considerations. So he's also emphasizing that the NUPRC aims to make the licensing rounds an annual event to address challenges such as declining production and rising global competition, because this is in line with Section 7, subsection T of the Petroleum Industry Act, PIA, which empowers the NUPRC to conduct periodic bidding rounds for the award of petroleum prospecting licenses and petroleum mining leases. So this is good, instead of just leaving the fields just lying there fallow. Why not give it to people that will actually produce them? Yes.
So the Corps Marshal Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, Shehu Mohammed has directed commanding officers to make mobile court operations to checkmate activities of drivers during this period. He made a statement and said this move aims to intensify the Corps' efforts in ensuring road safety and reducing crash during this festive season and beyond. And according to him, the directive has become very necessary because mobile court operations help to promptly prosecute traffic offenders, which is also going to serve as deterrent to potential violators. He says to achieve this maximum impact, the commanding officers are expected to take responsibility for implementing mobile court operations effectively by working closely with relevant stakeholders, especially the judiciary, to ensure seamless prosecution of traffic rules. And, because of this period now, there will be a lot of drivers who will not be paying attention to some of the laws because they are in a hurry, especially on that axis where we have a lot of traffic these days. So they are saying now that vehicle drivers, vehicle owners need to put their vehicle, first of all, in good shape to ensure that their vehicle and driver's licenses are up to date, their particulars in the vehicle are up to date, or else, if you are caught, you'll be prosecuted very fast.
Okay, so I had the story of detention happening at the civil service. So what happened was that the tensions were running high within the Nigerian civil service because of the sudden reversal of the appointment of the Accountant General of the Federation. There was a stay on the appointment, with insiders attributing the move to escalating tension and power tussle amongst the political heavyweights. According to the story, the cracks within the civil service was noticed last week after the president had reportedly put a stay on the appointment of the acting Accountant General of the Federation, Mr. Shamsuddin Ogunjimi. The move followed the advice of the head of service, Mrs. Watson Jack, who was wondering why would you have a substantive AGF and then appoint an acting AGF. So there was a bit of confusion within the civil service. So people are not sure. Many of the staff are a bit confused and not knowing who is in charge and who's not in charge. But hopefully that gets ironed out very soon because they are hoping that the indications that somebody might have misled the president in making that appointment earlier than it should have. Okay, moving on to our final paper this morning is Vanguard. 7 reasons beavers may never work in Nigeria, says investigation. Nigeria's $42 billion external reserve can finance 9 months imports, says CBN. Tax reform bills. Those who don't understand bills are loudest critics, says Akpabio. We agreed on sale of 20% stake at $2.76 billion, says Dangote Refinery. Many children fear death during the stampede in Ibadan. Federal government plans to improve power supply with $750 million World Bank loan. And council chairman fault suspension of Edo House of Assembly. Okay, which story?
Let me take this one. It says the governor of the CBN, Mr. Cardoso, says that the $42 billion, $1 million external reserves of the country can finance importation of goods and services for more than 9 months. He said that external reserves rose from $38.35 billion. Dollars, please, it's dollars. it was on September 30th, 2024 to $42.1 billion as of December 12, 2024. He says that the increase in the external reserves within this period was driven largely by receipts from crude oil-related taxes and third-party receipts in the third quarter of this year. He says that we have maintained a current account surplus and saw remarkable improvements in our trade balance. Our external reserves level can finance over 9 months of import goods and services, or over 13 months only, higher than the international benchmark of 3 months, and a robust buffer against shocks. On cash shortage, which I think Amaka already took. Yeah. So it's just to say that, we have enough money that we're able to do finance or importations. As we know, we're trying to, we have issues with the supply of food, higher demand, the prices. So he's just trying to let us know that some of the policies that they have in place, they have the funds to be able to back it for a stated period of time.
We have to run up any important story. Okay. That's all we can take on Front Page Review this morning. When we come back, move on to our next segment. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.